Alright guys, back with the 2014 CBR 600. We can do some little things here and there today. We're gonna place levers, bar ends, spool. Got a bent brake lever over there. I think that might be about it. Might look into possibly painting this. So look, it's got some slight scratches on it. Might see if I can touch that up. Off camera, I did end up getting that brake rotor off the rear rim here. All I did was end up taking old latex gloves, like one of these, just laying around, ripped a piece off of it, put it on like the tip of the Allen wrench, and just like pressed it in. The heads of them were all pretty bad. I tried flat heading one of them, it didn't work, and they were pretty rounded out, so ended up getting them out though. Got the new rear brake rotor on there. Everything's like it's supposed to be. Took it for a ride. Ride's really amazing. Shift's great. All I gotta do is, plastic's supposed to be here in a couple days, so I'm gonna get all these little things done, and then all I'll have to do is throw the new plastics on and she'll be good to go. Alright, so I pulled it up under the lights, so everything's gonna be a little bit easier to see. We'll move the two big boys out of the way. We're gonna start by swapping over some rear spools on so it can be sitting up on the stands correctly. And I'm planning to start taking a couple of these plastics off too, because I was looking, I noticed that the radiator mount right there isn't, I don't know, it's not where it's supposed to be. I think it's got bent, so I'm gonna start maybe taking some of these off, see if there's some hidden damage that I haven't noticed yet. I don't think there is any, but I think that mount's just bent, but I'll start taking some of these plastics off and looking a little bit deeper into this a little bit too as well. But I'm gonna start with doing these spools, get it up on stands, and we're gonna start swapping over these little things here and there. Spools on. For some reason this cheap stand of mine is rubbing against the swing arm, so I had to put a rag on here so I didn't scratch the swing arm, because I did scratch it a tiny little bit, and I do not want to do that again. So got it up on the stands. I'm gonna swap the levers over, the bar ends, grips. Go from there. Oh. Hey. Got the grips, got the bar ends off. I'm gonna pull these levers off and throw all the new stuff on. Levers off. All the old stuff, let's throw that new stuff on there. Clutch lever on. Brake lever on. Let's throw these grips and these bar ends on. Bar ends, grips on. I don't like this gap that showed up right there. I think it's because that was the OEM grip, and that's a aftermarket, and there's just different sizes, but other than that, everything looks really good. Works like it's supposed to. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna swap that brake pedal out right there. Boom, got the rear brake lever on there. So got all that stuff swapped over. I'm just gonna wait on the plastics to do anything else. I was gonna do these, but they kind of go with the plastics. And I think I might start tearing off just a little bit of these plastics. Look underneath. I don't see any damage, but I just kind of want to tear in there before I do it all. When I get the plastics, I just want to make sure there's no other damage anywhere. But she's pretty much ready for her plastic swap when I get them, and then it'll be complete. We're going to start removing these tail plastics right here, gas tank cover, and we're going to start pulling the belly fairings off. So do it. Alright, so we got the tank cover off, tail section off. Over here you can see I started taking the sides off. Oh, she's a little dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. Pull these bellies off. Pulls off, pull that fender off, then pull that front piece off. Then I think I want to clean it. Give it another little cleaning. It is a little dirty underneath all that. So, and then I think what I want to do is gonna come over here and I want to touch this up a little bit. It's not bad, but there's like some scratches right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna touch that up. We're gonna clean it up, and it's gonna be all set for these new plastics tomorrow. I got most of the plastics off. All the sides, all the belly plastics off. Cleaned it up a little bit. It's pretty dusty underneath. It's not 100%. I want to clean it a little bit better. Still got some dust in the cracks here and there, but let's kind of wiped it down a little bit. Next step here is I already went ahead and sanded this down a little bit. It wasn't that bad actually. I just sanded it down a little bit with some sandpaper. This side right here isn't scratched. This is actually scuffing from the fairings, but right here is a blemish, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taping off. Got some tape, some paper towels. We're gonna tape it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to do my best to match this paint. I'm gonna try to use two different paints. Got it pretty close right here, not 100%, but we're gonna go ahead and repaint this whole one right here. And I think on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and try to touch up just that one little spot. So that's the next step here. Let's see how that turns out. I'll get everything taped off over here. Over here, I'm gonna do my best to just blend this one in. See how that goes. We're gonna be hitting it second with this dark steel, whatever. I'm gonna hit it first with this black right here. Trying to do like a little two paint combo thing. See how this works. All right, got them all painted up. So I ended up painting the whole thing. When I tried blending just like right here, I didn't like how it looked, and so I just kind of went ahead and sprayed the whole thing. I'm not 100% happy with how it turned out, but I think it'll look a little bit better when it dries. I tried to get that like blend with the silver and the black, but it just kind of looks kind of not as OEM as I'd like, but it's not bad. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now we're gonna go ahead and next step is just throw the new plastics on, and this bike will be 100%.